Hello there, viewers. Welcome to another day and another season of Spiritual Rhapsodies. My name has not changed. I remain Elvon Jarrett. Today with me in the house, I have a distinguished, virtuous woman of God, a minister, a mother, and a wife. Please welcome Stacy Egbo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
How you doing, Stacy? Oh, you're one of the few people I will shake the anointed hands as I bring you on this program. Stacy Egbo, a name that rings a bell in the ministrations of music in the city, Houston, and United States of America. So, what made you a singer?
I would say thank you so much. I'm glad to be in this program, and it's an honor to have you talk to me this morning. I've always wanted to do that, so good. Singing, I think, when people say they were born singing, sometimes it looks like a cliche, but it's the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of singing? When you came out of your mother's womb, they cry,
yeah.
So you had different melodies,
exactly.
right?
I was already singing.
Wow.
Because I believe so much that singing or making joyful noise to the Lord is a gift that you are born with. So, but at the age of 7, I did my first public singing in my church. My mother is a Catholic, and she made sure that we got the Holy Communion and the confirmation.
Yes, the catechism class and all that. Yeah. My mother too was a Catholic. Is still a Catholic, and but she's born again.
Yeah. I also got born again in Catholic Church. And I did the offertory. I don't know if you know what that is.
I understand totally and perfectly what the offertory, responsorial psalm, And
I was the youngest in our church. I was just 7. And I think that just introduced me to my ministry.
Wow. So when you did it, everybody said, that is good.
Yes.
And they asked, whose daughter is she? Whose daughter?
I was so proud of me.
Wow.
Yes.
She must have given you a big piece of meat when you got home that day.
And some yam too.
And some yam. Oh, you people ate yam.
Yes.
Oh, our own, it is rice every Sunday. When we after services, rice. Only on Sunday we eat rice.
We ate rice, but yam.
Yam. They pounded the yam.
Yeah, because my father is royalty, so that's a sign of. That's what you eat when you're a princess.
Wow. So you're actually a princess?
Real one.
From where?
My dad is like the Igwe of our town or our village.
So when we see your dad, we say, Igwe.
We prostrate to greet him.
You greet him.
All my siblings and myself, they put prince or princess when they call us.
Okay, so viewers, I have with me Princess Stacy Egbo, Princess of the Most High God, and of her father too. Yes. She is the real daughter of her father.
Yes.
Wow. So that's how you started singing?
Yes.
In the Catholic Church, and you went on and on like that?
On and on. I joined the choir then. I've always been in the choir. I've always sung. I've always led worship. I never knew anything else. That's all I've done.
That's all you did?
Yeah.
So were you able to combine both singing in the choir as a young girl in school and everything? Did it disturb your academics at any time?
And I think that was where when people see you now, they think this just started.
Right.
But at that young age, you start disciplining yourself, you start building your ministry, and you don't know then, because I will never miss practice for anything, to play with my friends, to have extracurricular activities. It would be school, get home, do your homework, go to choir practice, come back, or go to catechism or whatever it is so it's always been like that. My life has always been structured like that.
Where did you
spend
grow
less
up?
time in Enugu, in the east part of Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah, I spend most time doing these things: is school, work, homework, church, come back, So it kept me out of trouble a lot.
Really? So you were not able to mix with all the bad girls and boys?
To people.
Oh.
And then,
and your parents were really proud of you.
Yeah.
So you were a good girl growing up?
I was very good.
Wow.
Better than my siblings.
Are you the first?
No, second.
Oh, second. You have a brother in front, right?
A sister.
A sister.
And then
were you all
8
girls?
of us.
Yes.
4 boys. 4
Those days we used to have large families.
Yes, exactly.
Not like you people nowadays,
Now,
just 1 and 2.
2 and 3. No.
But it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
And all of us grew. We are very, very close. Still very close. And I always get picked because I will be talked into doing something bad, and I'll chicken out the last minute, and then I'll go tattletale on everybody else.
Oh, right. So you didn't have hard heart to do.
I loved my parents so much, and even whatever we're going to talk about today, I think that's the foundation. You know, when I loved my parents so much, I never wanted to disappoint them. I loved them so much. I felt like if I do anything, I see the hurt on their face. It made me not want to do it again. And I think when I got into a relationship with Jesus Christ and with God, it transferred. I loved God so much. I just want to do.
When did you get into this relationship with Jesus?
Well, you know, when we were in the Catholic Church, you are just going to church because your parents. Right. But when I started high school, in my high school they have what is called Catholic Charismatic. So it's supposed to be a Pentecostal Catholic. Yeah. And so I can tell you that I gave my life then, but I really didn't enter into a deep relationship with Christ, where it's a personal one, and it was a choice that I made after seeing that this is what I want, not because all my friends are going to a Catholic Charismatic, or I'm in school and there's nothing else to do. So when I was in college, that's when I really gave my life to Christ, which was in 1989.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
So I actually gave my life to Christ, and that was it.
What did you study in the school, college?
I studied chemistry.
Chemistry?
In my school, it was called industrial chemistry.
So you were a science student?
Yes. Yeah.
Did anybody force you to do science, or you just wanted?
No, my father actually wanted me to be a doctor. Still wants me to be a doctor. We're working on that. So my dad always wanted me to be a doctor, but you know how it is in Nigeria. You wait and wait for your results, and then
it doesn't come through. Right.
Go to the first. I didn't want to stay at home. All my friends were going to college, so I just, whatever, they accepted me. I just went.
I know you did JAMB, right? Mm-hmm. The Joint Admission Matriculation
My school told me
Board.
that don't worry, I can transfer to pharmacy school. But I went to a state school. They were still building the university, so they never really opened the pharmacy school until I was almost leaving.
They just posted you.
Yes. So, but when I came to America, I had a choice also to do pharmacy. I actually started, but I got married, had a baby, and my teacher in TSU told me, you know, I don't think you can handle pharmacy school with a child. So I ended up doing my master's in chemistry again. I really loved chemistry. It gave me my first job. I was a chemistry teacher.
So what job are you doing right now?
So from doing chemistry teaching, I got into school one day, and my principal called me and said, we don't have a school nurse, and you're a science teacher.
Really?
So we're going to put all the first aid kits and stuff in your lab, because if you're a chemistry teacher, you have a lab. Right. So they put all that, and students will come with their cuts and bruises, and I'll clean them and do all that. And my students actually say, well, you're going to make a good nurse. Why don't you be a nurse? And it was like a joke. I took it serious, and I went to nursing school. I did all my prerequisite while I was a teacher with my students. So it took me 16 months, and I graduated with my BSN. So I'm a nurse now.
You're a nurse.
Hoping to fulfill my dad's dream of being a doctor.
Oh, wow.
To my dad, I am a doctor. He doesn't care. Whenever I come back to Nigeria, they're my doctor. Because whenever he tells me whatever is wrong with him, I always have an answer.
Wow.
So to him, I'm already a doctor, yeah.
So you still are in great contact with your dad?
Oh, yeah. My dad.
What of your mom?
My mom passed away 25 years ago. And we are going to be celebrating her life this December in Nigeria, so I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. But what impact did your mom have on you?
I have a women's conference that I do now in Houston. It's called Just Do It Women's Conference. Just, it's like pumping women to get up, no more, laziness or carelessness or procrastination or saying, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I hear that a lot from women or my children or my husband or my family. My mom taught me that there are no excuses. I watched my mom just rise up. My mom won an election to be the councilwoman in our district. So I watched her do the whole process of...
She was like a politician then?
I watched her do the whole process of running against a man and just, making sure she did her homework right, speaking and being impactful in the community. She just inspired me. I knew I wanted to maybe not go to politics. I'm a Christian first.
Yeah, Christians can do politics.
Yes.
So your mom was a strong woman.
Yes, strong, very strong.
I think
very strong in so many ways.
You are a strong woman too.
Yes.
You have a pushful...
I followed her, like latched onto her, learning from her. I didn't know I would have a very short time with her, but I learned so much. I wanted always, like I said, make my parents proud. I graduated and they were there when I graduated, and my mom was alive when I had my first daughter. So that really made her very happy. So I think...
So this women's conference you do it like remembering what your mom impacted into you, and so when you do this conference, it reminds you of the things your mom
didn't do, because it's just two ways. There were some mistakes that my mom made, and I also want to use that, channel all that, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it, towards trying to make a woman's life better, to see that they can be all that they can be. You don't have to... So
you have a strong focus on women.
Yes.
Why? Is it because you want women to arise, or competition in the home?
No, I have strong women friendship, like a band of sisters. And I just noticed a trend that, like I said, things that I see, the potential that I see in them, but they're not doing it or giving me excuses. And I don't want to be pushed back, because I just want to be the kind of friend, if you're not going to do anything, okay, let's not all do anything. But then when I'm doing something, you're sitting down and say, well, how are you doing it? I always have, God has given me the spirit of let's come along
and let's do this together. Let's do it together.
Let's do it together. Let's do it together. I'm always that kind of a person. I don't want to be alone.
More of a motivator, right?
Yes, but then I don't want to leave you behind, but I don't want to be behind, because there's some people, they're friends. Let's all sit back, but I'm not like that too. So if I'm moving, let's move. So I started with a few women of encouraging them. Let's talk about our dreams. How can I help you? How can I support you? How can I encourage you? I believe in the power of networking. It's always been a very powerful resource that I have. So I believe that if I know you, like now I'm talking to you, if I have another artist that needs to talk to you, I am going to do the connect. Awesome. So that's always been one of my strong points. So it's worked for me. I see networking work for me. People use it in business. It worked for them very powerfully. And I think in the body of Christ, we should use that. And that's what I've been doing,
Stacy Egbo in the house on Spiritual Rhapsodies. Don't touch that remote. We'll be with you right away.
Afrocentric, this is the way to go.
Afrocentric is the place to be.
Afrocentric is the place to be.
Hey, Afrocentric, right, is the place to be.
Afrocentric 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 is the place to be. Dondolu, I'm telling you.
My name is Kevin Folikosi from Ivory Coast, and Afrocentric is the place to be.
I am Afrocentric.
Yo, I am Afrocentric.
I am Afrocentric. Yes, I am.
It's the place to be.
I am Afrocentric.
I am Afrocentric.
I am Afrocentric.
I am the queen of sleeves and I'm Afrocentric.
I am Afrocentric.
I am Linda Nukwo and I am Afrocentric.
My name is Mazda Dinon and I'm Afrocentric. And I'm even more Afrocentric. Thank you so much, you guys. thank you so much for everything you have done to us. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Spiritual Rhapsodies, and we're still talking with Stacy Egbo. Stacy Egbo, you have been in music for how many years right now?
Well, it's just over 25 years.
Over 25 years, and you're still waxing strong. Now you're home front. Are you married, right?
Yes.
To
Pastor Tony Egbo, and I have 5 children. With
5 children. 5 children.
5.
Now you know 5 is the number for God's number for grace.
Yes.
So you are gracefully endowed.
That's whenever people say, "How do you do it?"
It's just a grace.
Yes.
Awesome.
He gave me 5
awesome.
children to cover that.
So, how do you combine your ministry as a minister, a minister's wife, and a mother, and your singing engagements? I know you sing in different places all over the states when they invite you.
I do mission work too.
And mission work. Yeah, you do some mission work.
Yeah,
tell us about that.
Well, starting from where we stopped, becoming a nurse, I was in nursing school and Katrina happened in Houston. And
you were in New Orleans, right?
New Orleans. I was in school in Oklahoma,
right.
And they called us, that to help out. I was a student nurse about to graduate, and I was doing community nursing then, and it was just an eye-opener to the power of this profession that I chose to do, that is not just ordinary.
Right.
Coming home from Oklahoma, in my church, there were lots of people that came from Louisiana. I don't want to call them refugees. I don't know, but
right. People who were displaced.
Because of Katrina,
the hurricane.
and we had to take care of them. Went to the stadium, the dome, Astrodome, take care of them, and just being impactful. And I have this wonderful, powerful doctor in my church, Dr. Wale Oladite, and he just goes on missions. And I've just made up my mind that if nurses are needed in the mission field, then that would be half of my time.
Wow.
Working to make money, and the other working to give it to God.
So you take time off during the year, you go to different places. How many countries have you been to?
In 2006, we actually did 20 countries.
20 countries?
20 cities in different countries.
Wow.
Yeah, and some days we'll see 1,000 patients in a day.
And when you do this free of charge. You don't charge them. You give medicines.
I fly myself.
You fly yourself.
You take care of yourself.
And you look at the patients, give them medicines. Those that need prayers, you pray with them, wash their wounds. And when you leave that city, you go to another city.
Yes.
And
sometimes I come back, stay 1 week, and we're moving to another place.
The space of this takes place in 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, or how long?
Well, sometimes we stay in a country 10 days or 14 days, depending on the amount of work we're doing there.
How often do you do this?
Days.
How often do you do this? Every year or every 2 years? Or?
Every 6 weeks or 2 months.
Every 6 weeks?
In a year.
In a year?
I just came back from Rwanda.
No, wait a minute. You work as a nurse and you do
mission work
full time every 6 weeks.
Yeah, sometimes every 6 weeks, 2 months.
When is the next one? When is the next one?
We're going to South Africa in November.
When? No, have you heard of what is happening in South Africa?
Well, that's more reason. We always go where there is tragedy. When the tsunami happened in Japan, I was there. So we just go.
That's awesome. That's very encouraging. And when you do this, how do you reach
Nigeria when the Ebola crisis happened?
Oh, wow. During the Ebola crisis, I lost someone who I grew up with, the doctor there. We grew up together in UI in those days. It was really painful, but we just thank God she has sown a seed. And that's it about human beings, about we as Christians. We need to be able to give our lives to serve. That's why I'm so proud of what you're doing. Year in, year out, come rain, come shine. You see, because at times we don't realize that those who were missionaries that came to bring the gospel to Africa had some issues in their lives, but they put it aside.
They did.
So what if anything is going on in your life, it doesn't disturb you, you go ahead with the mission work?
And you know, I told somebody the other day that the wonderful thing about my life, and I give God all the glory, is that I have a covenant relationship with him. So my husband, you know, people say, oh, how do? You let her do this, you let her do that. I remember we were somewhere together and he woke me up and he told me that God told him to let me be and do my ministry. So it's a covenant between him and God. So nobody can, no matter what people say, and you know people will say things,
right.
Leave your wife, blah, 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 all that. But it's a covenant relationship with him and God. And it's only God that takes care of us and takes care of him and takes care of all the things that he needs. And he's seeing the work of what I am doing.
So you would call yourself more of a missionary than even as a singer? Or
for the past 6 years, I've been more of a missionary than a singer. So, yeah.
So you've released albums,
Yes.
you've sang songs
Yes.
and all that.
Working on a new one, working on a book. I'll be 50 next year, so I
You'll be
want
50
to do
next year.
so many things.
Awesome. You're entering into a year of Jubilee.
Exactly.
So when you go for missions, how do you raise the funds for these missions?
Friends and lots of friends support. That's where I was telling you that I'm a product of networking.
Wow.
You know, so people sometimes, people see me on Facebook, social media. You know, when people complain, oh, you're always on social media has blessed me. I mean, I cannot even begin to give you testimonies of. I've had men and women of God that have contacted me through social media, and with raising funds for my mission work. 3 months ago, during my birthday, I was able to raise $1,300 for a pastor in Nepal. I've been to Nepal. I've been.
Where's Nepal, please?
Nepal is in
India.
Close to India. They all used to be together. Pakistan.
I wanted to make sure whether my geography was right. You know, you're right.
And when we went there, we encouraged him to start something about his life. Like I am always like more of. Be a resource. Don't be letting people give you money. Right. So I'm always challenging people to find a resource, do something, start a business, do something with your ministry. So I encourage him. He started a school for girls because they don't let girls go to school there, and he needed
in Nepal.
In Nepal, where yes. So men go to school, of course. Even now that we go to Nepal, women stay one place and men stay in one place. They don't stay together.
Great segregation, right?
Exactly. So raised $1,300 on my birthday to give to Pastor Mon. On my own, I probably wouldn't afford it. But because of that, I was able, and that's how I do with missions. If I say I'm going somewhere, I just came back from Rwanda, like I said, last Thursday. We did breast cancer initiative. We actually have a first lady of a governor in Nigeria was a part of it because she was a cancer survivor.
Wow,
seeing the work
awesome.
we're doing, she wants to go back to Nigeria and do the same, you know. So that trip that I went, 2 women were diagnosed with cancer, and now they can go for treatment. I don't know what would have happened if we didn't go, and next year they will say they died, and nobody will ever know what they died from.
And we lose several people.
And so many people like
cancer,
that.
Right.
Yeah. And I just told my friends I am going, and just that, my friends, they raised money. They gave to me. I still bring my own, but at least they're very supportive.
So if someone wants to support your program, support the mission outreach, what do they need to do? Do they need to follow you on Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook, email. StacyEgbo@gmail.com.
StacyEgbo@gmail.com.
Instagram, of course, we have all these messengers. You can just shoot me a message.
All right, and they can be part of you. Now, Stacy Egbo, you've been doing, we know you as a musician, as a minstrel, and I know you must have been going through tough times. They say tough times don't last, but tough people last. Has there been anything that troubled you in the past, and how did you come out of it? Was there a song you sang and things? Songs.
So there's this, a cliche that we say that praise is my weapon, or this is how I fight my battles. Is true praise and worship. Songs can never be on the mind. I believe in prayers, but I'm the one that's been brought out more with singing, with songs of worship. I've seen it work in my life. I know it works in people's life when they focus more on praise and thanksgiving and worship. more on that, because that melts the heart of God, you know. So
awesome.
I mean, that's the way I fight my battle, is praise and worship.
Do you have any particular song that is so dear to your heart that you use?
Yes.
What song is that?
I mean, everyone sings it. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. I mean, I have testimony. My son almost, you know, got lost in the system in America, and it was that song that brought us out, because we believe that God is a way maker. We believe that God is a miracle worker.
Oh, was it your son that just graduated?
Yes.
Oh, so you actually saw that song play life in his life.
Yeah, I mean, the songs that say things like that. You made a way when my back was against the wall, and it looks as if it was over. You made a way. I mean, if I tell you my mission escapades, we were in China, almost arrested for preaching the gospel, and that was the song we sang. You know, you move mountains, we're telling God, and you cause walls to fall in China. We want you to do that.
Wow, what happened in China? They asked you why you...
Yeah, some people called. We were preaching in the marketplace, and they reported us. Before we knew it, there were police everywhere.
Wow.
Trying to arrest us.
And he made a way for you.
And he rescued us. They just told us, they were perplexed. We can see confusion. Just go. And we went back to China over and over every year. Yeah.
Well, we have Stacy Egbo in the house, and just before she goes, she's going to say a few words to you. Just bless the people. Just pray for them. Bless the people. Bless those ones at home and encourage them.
I want you to know that God is still on the throne. I am a believer of that. He has worked in my life. I know that God is a way maker. He's a miracle worker.
Yes.
He's a promise keeper. I actually stick on that word, promise keeper. God keeps promises. He has never broken a promise that he has made. Sit tight. Don't give up. Keep praising. Fight with your praise. Fight with your worship. Stay in a place where you will believe. Surround yourself with people that believe along with you. And I can tell you, all things are possible with God. I want you to know that you can connect with me anytime, anywhere. Instagram, Facebook. Shoot me an email, just like he said, stacyegbo@gmail.com. Shoot me a message on Messenger, and I will definitely reach out to you. I'm praying for you that God peace will be with you, that God's face will shine upon you.
Amen.
And you will never lack any good thing, in Jesus' name.
Amen. Well, viewers, it's been Spiritual Rhapsodies with Stacy Egbo in the house. Till we come your way again, let me tell you, as I always tell you, your best years ahead of you, not behind you. And in all things, give thanks.